In this segment of The Power of One, I'm going to talk about something that I think you aspiring young talents should know about being on stage. It's not only about you throwing out your talent. There's the other side. The other side is you communicating yourself, promoting yourself and what you do, your talent, with the audience, and sharing this. And one of the ways to get people to stay, yeah, it's one thing to get them to come, it's another to get them to stay. Communication. Look them in the eye. Don't be afraid to ask them their names. In fact, demand that of yourself. No matter how shy you are, train yourself, teach yourself to start asking people their names from stage. Hi, sir, what is your name? You know, is that your wife? Are you guys celebrating something? And you'd be surprised what the response could be. We're here on our anniversary. Wow. You see how you can use that to manipulate your sales, your performance, your fan base. Find out their names. Communicate with them. Several times I found myself in situations where I'm asked to be a sub, right, for the main act. So normally they'll ask you to sub on their slowest days. That makes sense, right? So usually if I'm subbing it on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you know, something like that. But I always go in on their busiest days so I can see the volume that they play at, the type of music, so that you can kind of adapt when you walk in there and continue the flow of money for the house, the waiters and the bartenders. You want them all to make money. That's why you're there, folks. It's not only to showcase your talent, but to help the venue be profitable and all its workers. And when you can do that, I promise you, you'll be back. So I get this call, and of course, it's their slowest night. But when I went in on a Friday, Saturday, the place was empty. Not that many people. Through the whole 4 hours, not that many people. But when I came in on Sunday, Monday, I started off the same way, an empty room. By the time I finished, after 4 hours of performing, the place was packed. Packed. My tip jar was full. The waitresses wanted to share my tips, right? Let's share. They all made money. The bartender, the waitress, they all made money. Everybody made money. But why was that? Well, I felt the guy that I was subbing for was much better than me. He's performing all the time. He's ready to go. He's in tune, in shape, and at top peak. And the guy was good. But how come he was empty? And on the slowest nights, I was full. Communication skills. That was the difference. My ability to get people to come. I actually looked over the bench and I could see people walking downstairs. I started yelling at them that we had seats reserved for them. I said anything and everything to get them to come upstairs and sit in front of me. And then I did everything and anything to get them to stay. I started asking their names. And whenever I asked requests or something, I mentioned their names. You see, communication skills with your audience is so important in the success of your career. You yourself, who have been an audience for everything, right? Think about the times that you just laughed and cried and you didn't want it to end. Think about how many times that you walked into a place where there was a stage and that was happening. It was the entertainer's ability to get into you and to get you to enjoy who they are. Not only what they're doing, but who they are. So you aspiring young talents out there, teach yourself to be open. The stage is not the place to be shy. It's not the place to be timid, scared, and doubtful. The stage is for people who want to share this God-given talent of theirs, to be strong, to be beautiful, to be generous of your time, your talent. And this is the difference between an amateur and a pro. Pro has nothing to do with age, gender. It has everything to do with what's inside of you. And can you bring out that goodness? And when you do, you'll start to make money for the house, the waitress, and the bartender. It is about money. The power of one is you being able to take who you are, how you dress, the songs you pick to sing, what you sing, the volume you're playing at. That is the power of you. You control that power. And with that control, if you use it well and wisely, you can pack a room when nobody else can. Here's the negativity of that. That guy never hired me back. He promised me, if I would do this for him, that I would be able to take the off day. He never gave it to me. Surely, when he came back to work, the waitresses, the bartenders, the house, were telling him what an amazing amount of money they made. He never hired me back. I never walked into that club ever again. You see, he was so scared, intimidated, and threatened by the goodness that was within me, that he took it as a threat, when actually he should have worked with me in how did you do it? What tips can you give me? But in this business, kids, we are an island. There's only so many jobs and so much dollars to those jobs. So we're all fighting and scratching for that one piece of real estate. So that's where the negativity comes in. But you young aspiring talents, if you have it and you're able to make money for people, that will not be a problem. It won't even be a concern. I never feel threatened. I will openly say to everybody on the microphone, that guy, that girl, that band, yeah, is great. Better than I could ever be. I have no fear. Why? I trust myself. Learn to trust yourself. Practice. Get your skills and your confidence up to that level where you trust yourself. And always give that talent, that love of music, love of God, and everything that you have, love of your parents, right? And share that love with the audience. Be yourself. Be friendly, open. Be thankful that the people are there. And that thankful relates to the management that hired you, that's going to pay you. The best way to thank everybody, the waitress, the bartender, the owners, the audience, your parents, is to be the best that you can be on that stage. And use the best that you can be to make everybody money. And then your value of who you are is the top. Because once you can make money with what you do, yeah, you're on your way to becoming a star. You are on your way to becoming a star. Can you remember that, kids? I hope so. Because this one segment alone can determine whether you'll be a star or not. Happy holidays.